The seat hack. 99% of flyers don't know. I used to think getting a good seat on a plane was just pure luck. I'd book my flight, randomly click a square on the seat map, and just pray I wasn't about to spend 4 hours with my knees somewhere in my chest, a screaming baby in one ear, and the whoosh of the toilet door in the other. It was a lottery, and let's be honest, I usually lost. I'd get stuck in a seat that didn't recline or a window seat that was just a view of a blank white wall. It felt like I was paying extra to be miserable. But then, after flying way too much, I stumbled upon a simple, free method that changed the game. Now, I can instantly spot the best seats, the ones with more room, more quiet, without paying a single penny extra. This is the secret the airlines are hoping you never figure out, the one that turns a cramped flight into a comfortable ride. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, using a tool that 99% of people have never even heard of. Section 1. The old rules are obsolete. Alright, let's be real for a second. If you've been traveling for a while, you probably know the old classic for picking a seat, Seat Guru. For years, it was the go-to. You'd type in your flight number and it would spit out a color-coded map. Green for good, red for bad. Simple, and for its time, it was great. But here's the secret the travel world has been whispering about. Seat Guru is basically a ghost town now. While it hasn't officially been shut down, it's been neglected for years by its parent company, TripAdvisor. The seat maps are often hopelessly out of date, showing layouts for planes that airlines reconfigured ages ago. Relying on Seat Guru today is like using a map from 2020 to navigate London in 2026. You're going to end up in a bad neighborhood. Airlines are constantly messing with their planes. The budget carriers especially are masters at jamming in more seats, creating weird new cabin layouts. And that perfect seat from 2 years ago might now be sandwiched next to a noisy galley. The old rules are dead. If you're still using the old tools, you're set up to lose. It's time for a new playbook. Section 2. The secret tool that will change your travels. So, if the old king is dead, what's the new one? The answer is a free website called Aerolopa. I know the name sounds a little intense. It stands for Layout of Passenger Accommodations. But don't worry about that. Just think of it as the architect's actual blueprint for your exact plane, and you've just been handed the keys. Unlike the cartoony, not-to-scale maps the airlines show you, which are basically designed to trick you, Aerolopa gives you incredibly detailed, to-scale diagrams. It shows you everything. You can see exactly where the windows are, so you never get a fake window seat again. You see the real legroom, the TV screen size, the power outlet locations. This isn't a guess, it's the plane's literal schematics. Why don't airlines show you this? Because their business model depends on you being a little confused and a little anxious. Anxious enough to drop $30 on a preferred seat that's barely any better. They make money when you don't know the difference between row 12 and row 14. Aerolopa completely levels the playing field. It hands you the same information the airline has, but for free. And I'm going to show you how to read it like a pro. Section 3. My step-by-step system to find the perfect seat. This is where it all comes together. I'm going to walk you through my simple 4-step process. It's fast, it's easy, and it will guarantee you find the best possible seat every single time. Step 1. Know your aircraft. First things first, you have to know what kind of plane you're on. When you book, the airline tells you the aircraft type. It'll be something like Boeing 777-300ER or Airbus A320neo. Find that and write it down. It's the key. If you can't find it on your ticket, it's always in your booking details on the airline's website. Step 2. Find your map on Aerolopa now. Head over to the Aerolopa website. You'll see a list of airlines. Click yours, whether that's British Airways, Ryanair, or Lufthansa, then find the exact aircraft you wrote down. You might see a few different versions, so try to match it to what your booking says. Click it, and there it is. The beautifully detailed 2-scale map of your plane. Step 3. The elimination round. Ditch the bad seats. Before you look for the good seats, you have to get rid of the trash. It makes the final choice so much easier. Here's what you immediately ignore. The very last row. These seats almost never recline. Plus, your next-door neighbors with the toilets and galley, which means a non-stop parade of people, noise, lights, and smells. It's the worst seat on the plane, period. Anything next to toilets and galleys, for all the same reasons. The line of people waiting to go, the flush sound, the flight attendants clanging carts around at 3 a.m. Just don't do it. Aerolopa shows you exactly where these are. The dreaded middle seat. This is obvious, but it has to be said. Unless you know the flight is empty, you never, ever choose a middle seat on purpose. No window. Window seats, they're real, and they're a real disappointment. Because of how planes are constructed, some window seats are just a solid plastic wall. Aerolopa's 2-scale maps show you exactly which seats line up with a window and which don't. This tip alone is a game changer. Step 4. Hunt for the hidden gems. Now that the bad options are gone, we find the winners. This is where you pick a seat based on what you want. For the quickest getaway, got a tight connection or just hate waiting? Grab an aisle seat as far forward as you can, usually in rows 1-9. It's also quieter up here since you're in front of the massive engines. For the smoothest ride, if you hate turbulence or get nervous, you want to be over the wings, near the plane's center of gravity. This is typically rows 10 through 20. The flight is noticeably less bumpy there. For maximum legroom, exit rows are the classic choice, but they have trade-offs. It can be colder, you can't have a bag at your feet for takeoff or landing, and some of the seats don't recline. The bulkhead row is also great for legroom, but you can't stretch your feet out under a seat. For the solo gambler, this is my personal favorite. Flying solo on a flight that's not totally full? To increase your odds of getting an empty middle seat next to you, pick a window or aisle seat in the back third of the plane, but not the very last row. Most people grab seats at the front, so the back is the last to fill up. You're playing the odds to get a whole row to yourself. And if you find Aerolopa a little too technical, a great alternative is Seatmaps.com. It brings back that user-friendly, color-coded style of the old Seat Guru, but uses up-to-date info and even photos from other travelers. I like to use both. Aerolopa for the hard data, and Seatmaps for real-world photos and reviews. Let's get even more specific. Here are some quick-hitter tips for different situations. For couples, if you're flying with your partner, look for wide-body planes like the Airbus A330s or A350s that airlines like Virgin Atlantic or Lufthansa fly. They often have a 2-4-2 or 2-3-2 layout in economy. You can grab a row of just 2 seats for yourselves. No stranger, no awkward middle seat. It's the closest thing to private seating you can get. For tall travelers, your new favorite phrase is seat pitch. That's the distance from your seat back to the one in front. Aerolopa lists this for every cabin. On a major carrier's economy class, anything over 31 inches is a win. On budget airlines, you'll be lucky to get 29, so every inch counts. For red-eye warriors, if you need to sleep, a window seat is non-negotiable. You can lean against the side of the plane and won't be woken up by your row mates. My personal go-to is a window seat over the wing on the left side of the plane. Why the left? The window is often slightly offset from the seat, giving you a bit more wall space to lean on. For the mobile office, need to get work done? An aisle seat is great for stretching your legs. But here's the pro tip. Avoid the high drama zones. Flight attendants will tell you that the rows just behind the bulkheads are often where families with babies are placed, so it might not be the quietest zone for a conference call. Okay, before we get to my final, most important tip, if you feel like you've already learned something that will save your next flight, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It takes 1 second, but it tells the algorithm we're sharing valuable secrets here. And if you want more travel strategies the airlines don't want you to know, make sure you subscribe. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me the absolute worst seat you've ever been stuck in. I'll go first. Middle seat, last row, on a packed 7-hour flight to Dubai. It was an experience. Here's the final piece of the puzzle that ties this all together: the 24-hour check-in. The real game starts exactly 24 hours before your flight. This is when airlines often release seats they've been holding back for their elite flyers. All those premium spots that were grayed out suddenly become available. Set an alarm, log in the second check-in opens, and check the seat map. You can often jump from an okay seat to a fantastic one for free. So, let's recap the new rules. Forget the old, outdated tools. Use Aerolapa to see the plane's actual blueprint. Eliminate the obviously bad seats first. Pick your hidden gem based on what matters most to you: a quick exit, a smooth ride, or extra space. And finally, be ready to strike the moment check-in opens to snag the best seats the airline was hiding. That's it. You no longer have to gamble with your comfort on a flight. You are now part of the 1% of travelers who know how to get the best seat every single time without paying a penny more. Happy travels.